For today's project, we are going to take these two pumpkins that came in blind bags and turn them into these pretty pumpkins. Stay tuned and see how fun and easy this project is. All right, so today's video is probably going to be shorter. We are going to do a makeover or a redo of these two little pumpkins that came in blind bags recently. I know not everybody has the blind bags, but you can find little plastic pumpkins in a lot of places. A lot of times you'll see them for sale in different things. And I thought it would be fun to remake these. And then this is going to be a prelude to what we're going to do on the Sunday video, where we're going to do some more stuff with little decorative pumpkins. So let's start by first putting these onto a handle, because they're really hard to hold on to and you don't want to be touching them once you clean them. So I've got some of that blue poster tack stuff, and I've got a couple of craft sticks. I'm going to make kind of a little ball on the end and put on. This way I can hold on to these without having to touch them. These happen to have a little divot in the bottom, so that's nice. Now we may need to do a little touch up on the bottom when we're done, and that's okay. This is so we can get the majority of this little pumpkin done. And these are really cute the way they are. They've got a nice kind of a matte finish, but I want to make them different. Over the last several years, I've collected a lot of real size ceramic pumpkins, and I love them. I love to put them out at this time of year. And that's kind of what I'm going to create for the dollhouse. So this is just some isopropyl alcohol, 91%, and I've got a Q-tip. And what I want to do is kind of wipe these down. I want to get them completely kind of wiped down with this. This does a couple of things. It takes off any dust and dirt that's got on them, but more importantly, it takes off any oils that might have come off of my skin from handling them, or might have gotten on them in the manufacturing process or the packaging process. And because rubbing alcohol dries really quickly, this will be dry in just a couple of minutes. Because these are a matte finish, I'm not going to bother sanding them. Besides that, they have quite a bit of detail, which I'm hoping will show up better once we get them done. So I'm going to give these about 3 or 4 minutes to dry off, and when they're dry, I'll come back and we'll put our first coat of paint on. All right, these have had a few minutes to dry, and I've got out some black craft paint, and I'm just going to, since I know that I'm not going to get anything into it, I'm going to work out of the lid. And I'm going to give both of these a base coat of black, because I want a good dark base coat to put my layer of finish paint on. Now, and you don't want to go too heavy on this, because there is, like I said earlier, a lot of detail on these. We don't want to lose that. So I'm going to base coat both of these, and then I'm going to let this dry completely before I come back and we'll do our next step. So once I have this all done, and only one coat of black, you don't need any more than that because this is just a base coat. Once this is dry, I will be back and we can go on to making these look really cool. All right, the black paint is dry, and I have some ceramic coat in, what gold is this? This is metallic 14 karat gold. I do want to shake this. There we go. And I'm sure that that is dry, so I am going to chance it and go ahead and use the brush directly out of the lid. And this will need 2 coats because you want thin coats. If you go too thick, you'll lose the detail on your pumpkin. But like I said earlier, I love my ceramic pumpkins, and that's what I'm trying to replicate both today and on the Sunday video. So I am going to wrap my paintbrush up and put it off to the side, and then I'll put a second coat on here, and when that's dry we'll look at the finished pumpkin. But let's move on to our other pumpkin. I was so happy with how this copper nail polish worked on our faux metal pumpkin that I decided to use it on this one because I have a copper colored pumpkin in my collection that I absolutely adore. And this I am going to use 2 coats because I can tell that it's going to need it. Once again, I'm going thin coats so that I don't lose all the detail. These really are detailed, but you don't really see it in a solid matte color. So I'm going to get these finished. When I have the second coat on and dry, I'll come back and we'll look at our pumpkins. All right, in total, these got 2 coats of finish on of the metallic color on them, and I love how they look. They're going to look so pretty in the dollhouse for a fall display. Be sure and hop over to the blog post for some photos and more directions over there. If you enjoyed today's video, be sure and hit the like button. Leave me a comment. What kinds of projects would you like to see in future videos? If you enjoy my content and haven't subscribed, I encourage you. Hit the subscription button and the notification bell so you know when I put up a new video. Be sure and come back on Sunday where we're going to make some pumpkins to go with these and make a nice pumpkin display for fall. Thank you very much for watching today, and I will talk to you next time. Bye.